I've never eaten food a day in my life.
Have you
Wow, like that.
ever in your whole life? Whatever happened to that band?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Seen the things that I think and live the life. People don't know what I go through. Come on, man. I thought you produced that.
I
Didn't you?
hate
No? You
whatever's
did it?
happening here. I hate it.
Oh, man. Take it easy.
I
You gotta hate
hate
everything.
it.
You have to hate
Every part
everything.
of my being. I just got caught up watching Purple Rain, man.
Let's go.
I didn't mean to. I woke up and it was just playing. And then
Yeah,
I
but
was like,
you probably could have stopped it if you wanted to.
I didn't want to, man.
Well, there you go. So it's on you, man. You can't
It's it's
blame
also
the content.
out. It's also outrageous. Prince was definitely in his bag, uh, but I love it,
Uh,
and you can't make me stop loving it.
I don't know, man. Who would
Right.
want to stop somebody from loving something that brings them some monocle of joy in this life and time? It was 32 degrees this morning, man.
Man, they can go to hell with all of this,
This
dude.
is
I
absolutely unnecessary weather, man. And then
Cool. I don't know if you
did y'all get
guys.
hell over there?
So check it out. I was leaving Lafayette because they were like, "There's a storm coming," and I was
Right.
like, "If people in South Louisiana are worried about a storm,
Correct.
then I need to get gone." So I was like, "I'm gonna drive to my mama's house on Sunday." I got in the car. It was like 70. I had on shorts, all that stuff.
Right.
Yes, I drove through hail. The hail and the rain weren't the worst parts. The wind
Yeah.
was the worst part, and
Yeah, wind
I
driving
was
is fun.
yeah, yeah. And then like when I got out, I pulled up at my mom's house and I got out of the car and it was like 30s. I'm like, this that's racism at its finest.
Right, right,
My
right,
my dad my dad was like, "What you got them shorts on for?" I was like, "Look, man, it was hot when
right, right.
the last time I got in this car." So
Yeah,
yeah, so then it was just cold though. Like, but it just
stupid.
really, man. I don't mind it from the standpoint of when I
It's
got back to Atlanta.
spring, man. There's pollen under the ice of
It's
my
not
car.
technically, yeah, it's not technically spring yet. I don't think. I think we have a couple more
Man,
days.
pollen is coming out at a lot.
you, you hear me? I think we got a couple more days. But
Right.
the point of it is the when it's cold, it does help to kind of calm
Pollen.
the pollen down for whatever reason. I don't know the science behind it. I just
Right.
use deductive reasoning.
Okay.
So
I can't remember a winter. I'm sorry, I can't remember a spring where the pollen had to pause itself because ice was slowing it down. Man, I don't understand the logic of that. It's just
well, you know what?
I
I
know
like to
rain
think.
helps, but I've never seen hail and ice in spring, man. It's like they need to make a song about that. I
So
don't know which
listen,
song.
I um, at least when it's cold, I have heat in my house in my car.
Right. That's true.
But and I don't have to like um any chance to escape a little bit of pollen is always okay with me.
Just because you're prone to, terrible symptoms of pollen, man, that's not an excuse, okay?
Oh, listen, I want to listen to this. See, this is bougie people problems.
Ooh,
Teresa said it freezes the buds. My poor hydrangea. Man, we don't really care about your little plant, little bush or whatever it is.
I care about
We
your
are trying to
plants,
breathe.
man. Your plants are confused just like me, and I don't know what's going on. Plants are like, I thought it was our turn.
I'm over here dying inside, and she worried about a plant. Stop it.
Greg ain't died yet from any kind of allergies, man. I think he's just afraid. Talking
I
about
mean, could be. Inside, and she worried about a plant. Stop it.
Whoa, how'd you put playback, man? You did instant playback? I didn't know you could do that.
No, like when it transfers to Facebook, it'd be like behind.
Oh, I'm not even watching them. Hold on.
I put it on on my computer because I can respond.
What's going on, Hobby Comics? Hard at work. Yes, sir, we are. It always is that way. Thank you for joining again. And I forget, if you guys are on YouTube or you prefer to watch on YouTube, I don't know your setup. Please like and subscribe. I don't get to say that often. I keep forgetting to say that too. We're gonna say our normal heads up for anybody joining us for the first time. We got a question earlier before you hopped on it, Greg. That's why I was answering. From a gentleman that probably doesn't know us. If this is your first time joining, issue 5 that we're working on right now is currently available for pre-order. That is not going to stay that way permanently, obviously, because we got to order it. So if you guys haven't seen the books, please visit TuskegeeHeirs.com. You will be able to pre-order the 5th book. If you've never seen any of the books, though, you can actually order and pre-order previous books and actually get everything coming to you all at once. But yeah, definitely we'll put that link somewhere, depending on where you're looking at. I'll put it in the, what do you call it? The pinned comments here on Instagram. I probably should put it on.
That's a good idea.
YouTube.
That's a good idea, Marcus the Visual.
Thanks, man.
I'm going to start calling you by your government name, Marcus the Visual.
Make sure you spell my name, my middle name right. It's actually D-A.
That's what's been confusing.
They forced me to spell it correctly, and I didn't want to. I was like, I'm sorry, we can't take slang.
Hey, man. Rules are rules. William's asking a question.
What up?
Do you do your color effects on separate layers from your base flats, or is it all one layer?
That is a brave thing to do, but I do it on all different layers. If you are going for...
You said, oh, I was like, no, you don't.
I was about to say, if you are going for a challenge, you can, because, I mean, so digital artists have this I've seen this challenge where you only do everything on one layer. You can look it up on YouTube. I've seen a good handful of artists challenge themselves that way, where they're like, I'm only going to use one layer for everything. And the reason they do it, if you haven't seen that challenge, it's a little bit of masochism, but it's more like an art challenge, because what it does is it simulates, what happens on a canvas.
Yeah.
If you were painting with old school, and I don't want to say old school, that's disrespectful. I'm sorry, y'all. That's not right. If you were using fine art, traditional tools, forgive me, not old school. There's no old to art. Traditional tools, yeah, you would be on a canvas. One layer is what you would have, unless you were using some sort of, I don't know, vellum or, transparent paper or something like that. Stacking it, you would only have that one air quotes layer to work on. So it's a really cool actual challenge to keep your brain, practiced in the art of there is no such thing as an undo button, and if you mess up, you got to just paint over it. And you can do that digitally as well. So it's a cool challenge. If you haven't seen it, go look it up on YouTube. And tell them I sent you. You can't tell them I sent you, probably. Maybe.
No, tell them. Do it.
Right. Tell them in the comments.
Take a chance. Take a chance.
I'm here because Marcus sent me here. Man, I forgot to tell you, man. I didn't get to sit right next to Dawood at Atlanta Sci-Fi and Fantasy Expo. But he was not too far from me. He was at least a good, I don't know, several tables away. But guess what, man? He was right there, and I got to go to his table, man, and fan out. Because guess what?
Dude, that man is...
Guess what he had at his table? Original freaking paintings.
Don't tell me. Oh my god.
Listen. And I couldn't. I personally couldn't afford those because they're original paintings, and he was charging original paint prices. I said, "Hey man, where the prints at?" He's like, "Oh man, I don't have any prints for these." I was like, "No, come on, man. I'm trying to hang all this artwork on my wall. They were dope, man. Like everything I would want to have in the background of my place."
Yeah,
that's the kind of artwork I want to hang, man. He good.
He's I just don't know, man. He like
That's a master painter, and he
he's
paints the way I
a
want to paint,
magic.
which is like very loose, very sketchy. It's very not perfect, and I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't trying to paint photographically realistic. Like if I start painting, it's gonna be impressionistic like a mug. And I'm like, y'all gonna have to be like, is that the nose? Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
What does it look like to you? Whatever it look like, that's what it is. Sucker.
Yeah, no, he's
like
just
that.
like so good at art, man. I don't know.
Yeah, we had a good conversation, man. It's good catching up with that brother, man. Pun intended, brother, man. He has a
I
comic.
see what you did.
Yeah, he has a comic called Brother
it.
Man. I didn't mean to do that. Sometimes I make puns unnecessarily. So coincidentally. Such is the way. Such is the way. But we're gonna get this did. I gotta check and see if my daughter gets off at the right time. She went in at a different time today. And then when I thought about it, I said, does she get off at 10 or does she get off at 9?
I mean, you better not be having them babies standing around waiting.
Listen, man, what do you think I did when I was young? Huh? And I made it. I told my mom exactly what time I got off. Guess what time I didn't get picked up exactly on that. And guess what? Guess when she came. Guess what her response was when she got there. Come on. You'll be all right. That's what she said. And coincidentally, no matter how upset I was at that answer, I was all right.
Well, you went through that, so hopefully they wouldn't have to go through that.
Nah, man, listen, that taught me valuable frustration, mitigation, hold my tongue because I don't want to get it slapped out my mouth, stuff like that, man. It was a lot of great lessons from that. I didn't enjoy it at all at the time. Like, mine, it is literally 10 o'clock. I told you to come at 9. And she just said, you'll be all right. God, I don't know how to respond to that, but it's very, very frustrating. I didn't say that either, but I wanted to.
You should have stepped up and spoke up for yourself.
Well, I wasn't ready to jump out of the car at that point in my life to protect my life. You know what I mean?
No, I get you.
It's like you got to pick one. Either you want to live or you don't. At the time, I was kind of comfortable with living.
It makes sense.
Yeah. It was a good show, man. A lot of cool people showed up. It was pretty dope. People kept asking you. Weird thing is, people knew where you were and just decided to remind me. So Greg's in Louisiana, right? Yeah. That's what he said. That's what he said. They knew that I knew, but they wanted to double check.
They still got to do it.
I said he could be lying. He could be lying.
Right. I could be under the table.
Right. If you see him,
and then
he is not in Louisiana.
I should do that one time. Like pop out. Like, I tricked you all.
Right.
Every last one of you were fooled by my time.
It would have been a cool surprise, man. Next time, like really think that through, man. Like think about the performance that you can give instead of not,
What's up? Oh, golly, I hate trying to figure out how to say people's names. Diraj Sensei, I know the Sensei part on Instagram. What's going on?
What I with you, man?
We over here working a little bit.
So I'm gonna make sure this feels appropriately shiny. This is the reference. As you can see, don't mind these little blotches of light and stuff that's floating around. I didn't even go ham on this one, but a little bit of shine goes a long way with cool metal surfaces. I'm not gonna go crazy on it tonight. I just wanted to at least get this done, and I may go ahead and drop her in, but I don't have Rodney's file.
What you mean? Oh, he just sent the
raw file. He sent some more?
No, I don't. Did he just? I gotta make sure he's dropping everything in the.
Yeah, we gotta get a folder.
I thought you created the folder.
That's what I'm saying. He's getting access to the folder. I don't think he's dropping the files in.
Yeah, we need
folder,
to.
So
I'll tell him.
I would have been pulling those up.
Yeah, the rule is as soon as
payment.
The rule technically as soon as the money payment has been sent. Go ahead and drop them in there.
Go ahead and drop them in so I can, have a good time looking at them. I like looking
Bro,
at finished colors.
I do. I prefer
fun.
to look at stuff too. So that's crazy.
Right. Oh,
So,
it's a young cat I met at the show too. Hold on, man. Let me finish my idea. God, just because you had an idea before I had an idea.
Say it.
Young cat met at the show. He sent me an email to follow up. Actually, I gotta email him back tonight. Cool young brother, man. He does comics. He did a cover for the Rick and Morty comic. He has a comic that he's working on right now, pretty dope, called Hammer. And just cool cat, man. Got a really dope style. It's reminiscent of One Piece, which he confirmed he was very much influenced by. So that's where he gets a lot of his energy in his comic from. Really dope though. I was like, listen, man, we're gonna need some. I said, I don't want you to change your style at all, man. If I can get you on the timeline story with your style, man, that'd be cool because we got some stories to tell. He said he down. He sent me his prices and stuff. He cool. I'm down to work with him because he good.
He charges money.
He does, man. As a professional, yeah, he does. And I wasn't mad at him for it because you got to pay what they call bills. I think. I don't know his life, but I assume. You can just assume people have to eat, right?
Working on issue 5 of the year. Actually, this is actually a piece that he's going to be dropping in because it's a double spread. I like to say the creation of it was complicated. So when you see it, it's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, we've been going on pretty much every week, man. We got a pre-order on the website right now. You can go there and order. Like, we have different packages. So Marcus just mentioned it, but we also have a book called Timelines that's going to be coming out that has like a couple of short stories that just help to build around, like world building, character building, etc. I'm really excited for those. So Kamiko that she cosplayed Gina. She did like an excellent Gina cosplay, and so I hit her up. Because she was asking about it, and I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna. Gina's gonna get a story." She seems to be a big fan of Gina, which a lot of people are. So that was cool. So try to get her a little excited about it.
Right. Good times in the city.
So my show, it was cool. I got to pick Rodney Barnes' brain and Rob Guillory, who are like two freaking staples in comics and entertainment. So got to hang out with them. I got to get some really, really good food for once in my life.
What do you mean, man? Once in your life?
You know how like out here in the Atlanta.
Oh, you mean
you have all these places that'll be like, oh, this is Cajun and yada.
Right.
And then you go there and you just be feeling sorrow. Like, this was real. Like, we sat down and ordered the Gator Bites appetizer.
I can see how that could be.
Yeah.
Now you make sense of what you're saying with words.
Yeah. And then it was just, all up from there.
Right. That makes sense.
So Daraj is saying when he first heard of this some years ago, he said he remembers seeing it years ago, that Marcus actually motivated me to keep on drawing. That's wonderful.
What? I motivated somebody to do something? That's crazy.
That's what? Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. I'm happy to hear that. No, I'm joking, but that's actually pretty incredible. I'll keep deferring it, man. I'm just like, anytime somebody gives me credit or says they follow me on purpose, dude, I'm never not gonna be used. I'm not gonna be ever like take it lightly because there's like a good jillion artists online that draw what people want to see and follow what's popular and like I draw old Ninja Turtles sometimes. So I don't really draw what is appealing to everybody, man. So if anybody says, "Hey, man, I'm inspired by your crazy stuff," I appreciate that, man. I be thinking of stuff that I like. I don't draw everything that everybody likes.
Did you mean to turn your camera off on the StreamYard?
Oh no.
I mean, you could have been picking boogers or something. I just wanted to.
Oh man, why would I not do that on live? Like, hold on. Let me get it. Well, while I'm here. My bad.
Teresa says she's gonna cosplay Senator Shields. That's like the only character that we haven't had a cosplayer of yet.
Which is yeah, that would be definitely appreciate.
You're gonna have to get you one of them little Tony Braxton helmet wigs.
There you go.
But yes, we will endorse that. We will sign you up.
Shout out to Teresa for holding it down at said show because there were times when my bladder couldn't, hold me down, and she volunteered to at least talk to people. I look, because you weren't there to lollygag like you normally do. I said, you know what? I feel like something's missing. Something's off with the world. I said, let me go take a lap. And it was during the show, because you know how you do it. I was like, nah, it's just something wrong. So I said, Greg would normally be walking around right now. Let me go ahead and do what I can do. Otherwise, the balance of the universe would be off.
You gotta get up and let your blood get pumping. You know what I mean? Sitting down all day.
Yeah, she had to defer. She had to actually say, "Hey, you got a customer." I was like, "Oh, I'm coming." So I was like really pushing the envelope and everything. So shout out to her for doing the right thing and helping people. You know what I'm saying? Relieve their bladder and lollygag at the same time. I didn't lollygag too long, I don't think. But either way, thank you. Appreciate you. I appreciate it. Yeah, mama. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. But yeah, man, you had at least one person was disappointed. It was a mother and a daughter came to the table, and she was disappointed that you wasn't at the table, man. I said, listen, you should write to the HR department and complaints.
Hey, that daughter didn't look like me, did she?
Not that I could see. No, she didn't even know your name off the top. She was like, Greg.
You hear me? Like,
yeah.
Close one. Nah, that's a joke, y'all. I do not have any illegitimate children. Paige Alfred said, Marcus would probably be good at this. So question, if you could take one DC character, one Marvel, and one indie and do a crossover, who would you pick?
Say it one more time. We got one independent.
One DC, one Marvel, and one indie.
And do a crossover book? Is that what you're saying? Like a comic story?
Yeah, I already know who I would pick.
No, you don't.
I didn't even think about it. I would take Static and Miles Morales and Sadaka.
Okay then. All right then. We'll give the synopsis at least.
We giving away my ideas.
The synopsis, man. Get a synopsis. What are we talking about, man? Like they in the same universe all of a sudden, and then what?
They'd have to, of course, obviously they would have to get shipped back, to Sadaka's time.
Okay.
So
time travel.
I don't know. I mean, right off top, it would have something to do with them beating up the Klan. But I mean, since you're putting me on the spot,
right, man. Like give the people what they want.
Yeah, some Klansmen are gonna have get beat up. I don't know. Maybe they go around, freeing, people. I don't know. I would come up with something. I've heard I'm kind of good at it, coming up with stuff. So
right. That's what I'm saying, man. Some people that are offended when Klans people get beat up in the story.
I don't care. It won't be for them. no joke, man.
That's good stuff.
In my icon story for DC, I did have him beating up the Klan,
Right.
but
They
and
didn't
they were
want that.
okay with it.
Oh,
No,
okay,
they
I was
loved
gonna
it.
say, listen, man, why didn't that make the book?
Yeah,
Let's go.
they loved it. It was just I only had 8 pages, and so I
Oh
had to
man, get it in a panel. A single panel would have done. That would have made it
they were
10, elevated the story.
they were like, this pitch needs to be like a mini. I was like, yes,
Right.
yes,
All of
I
that.
agree,
Yeah.
I agree. Then I could do that.
Right. Okay, let me see. DC, Marvel, and Independent. Okay. DC, Marvel. I'm gonna go with Cyborg. I'm gonna go with Riri Williams, and I'm gonna go with Indy. An Indy. You know what? All right, so I would go. I don't know if that counts though. Is Image Comics? Is that considered indie?
I mean, kind of. They're independent property, like
They started out right.
Get to keep their
Correct. Intellectuals. Man, it's a tough one. All right, we got because the point is that what I'm trying to do is a crossover of it's tough. Because then I want Tech Jacket from Invincible. Tech Jacket. I finally got to see like a full on. I haven't finished reading all of Invincible, y'all. So if y'all know who I'm talking about, you know why I'm saying what I'm saying. If Invincible counts as an independent, because they are Image. That was Image Comics. Really, really dope character in the series. Tech Jacket had like an alien armor suit, right? So if you put, you know what I'm saying, him, you got Riri, and you got Cyborg, that would be pretty fun to read. That's all I'm saying. Now, that's just the first one. I got another one.
Nah, man, you can't do two. He only asked for one.
You didn't get there was no parameters, man. He didn't set the rules.
Can't do
Okay,
that.
that's the first one, and then once that one's a success, got other ones, man. Some good stuff. That's a good. Yeah,
Okay, we got a question on IG. Which version of Robin is your favorite? Can we count Damian Wayne?
Right, yeah. I would assume so.
Damian's my favorite. That's my dog. He's a gangster, and I like him. So he would be my favorite.
That's a good question.
Also,
I think the homie that turned into Nightwing, but I like Nightwing because he was Robin at one point. Like that's the character growth, the character progression. He was allowed to progress. So I don't know of any other Robins that actually got to progress and become their own character. Jason Todd, I love Red Mask, but I like the version from the movie, the animated movie. I don't know what his story is anymore, but yeah, that's the only reason I like Nightwing. It's because he, got fed up with Batman. It was like,
yeah,
I'm going on my own.
Nightwing's design is just crazy, man. I love it.
Right.
So there's that.
So I guess I don't know if that counts. He's technically Robin, but just grown up. So that's my favorite. Does that count? I don't know if that counts. All right, I think we're just about good. Is everything else? The only thing I would add on top of this, I don't have a rim layer, but this would be the only thing. Like I'm not gonna do this here, but I would come back and I would actually do little specular shines like this, where appropriate, like here.
For the for the people who haven't seen it, can you like show them what the whole page is gonna look like?
Yeah, I gotta pull it up on.
I gotta pull it up on
the what they call that, my.
Ayana got chopped off at the knee.
Hold on, let me make sure. Let me make sure I open up the page. Where you at? Oh, it's up here. Wait a minute. My boy Rodney. That my boy Rodney right now. Yeah, I didn't actually do that, did I? Oh, here we
What?
go. Wait. That's those. Rodney sent these. And then here we go again. Let me pull it up. Hold on. Where's that? Right here. Put it on the screen.
You should put it on the screen.
I'm putting it on the screen right here. Watch this. All right, there you go. That's one. And that's two. Not in correlation to what they're called. This is page 7, and then this is page 6. So Ayana is going to be dropped here on page 6, but her gun is gonna be shooting on page 7. So it's gonna spread from one side to the other. And of course, like I said, I'm gonna go back in and do some special effects right there when the actual missile grenade thing splits into pieces like that. I'm going to create kind of like a burst effect in that panel where it actually opens up like there. Stuff like that. We got to get those little silver thingamabobs. Those have to be sound waves, so they're not going to be made of silver disc, even though it looks cool. That is not what they're made of. So yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. So all of this is ready to be finished out. That's why I'm actually finishing this piece right here. But yeah, you see how that little like for instance, something like this, right? I can do that. These little bits of highlight right here is what I can come back in and like polish up real quick. But that's what I'll do once I get it into the final stages of like we're finishing out the book, and I'm just going back through and being, really careful about everything, making sure all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. But yeah, this is good right now. We're good to go on this. I think we're safe to say that this will be sufficient. Wait. Oh, this is gonna be where it's exploding out of. Okay, let me get this and one thing. I'm gonna add a little hotness to these right here. This is flames, so we're gonna get a little orange right here, and then we're done with this. And then I gotta double check and make sure my daughter doesn't get off at 9 o'clock. Because I didn't ask. She went an hour early, but if she was off, she would have at least said something by now. Maybe. She likes helping and stuff. Remember I told you? I was like, what is taking so long? She was like, give me 1 second, Dad. Like, what? And 1 second turned into... No, she said, give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes turned into 30 minutes. I was like, girl, if you don't get out of here. Oh, I was trying to help them. I don't care who they is. It's very sweet of you. Don't have me out here waiting for 30 minutes. Come on here. I got life to live.
You still on the clock.
Right. Come on here, man. She thinks she's getting paid overtime. I believe her a little bit, but I don't know. She don't know. Maybe. My boy about to get a new job. It is what it is, man. You don't treat the people right, man, they gotta go. I think. All right. So what do we got on the next page? They find the computer. The alarm goes off.
So they already should be clacking. The alarm goes off. That's when they're gonna be encountered with the lady, and she's gonna have the girl, and they're gonna be ready to do karate. And she's gonna be like, no, close to your weapons. Blah blah blah. I actually thought about it since we're dealing with space. I actually if she it would just be hard to explain if she knew they were coming, or if she already had the data that they needed, and she could just hand it to them or something. Be like, I'll
Yeah.
give you this.
Well, I had
As
an
long as
idea. I had an
oh
idea,
no.
but it's not something that I think would expand the page count. But let me ask you this. For
No.
instance, wait, you didn't even hear it. Okay.
Oh my god.
So so you know how we have AI, right? Currently,
Allen Iverson?
uh, artificial intelligence on the
Oh, I
go.
thought you were talking about the basketball player.
I wanted to figure out the concepts of in issue 4. We on the beginning pages of issue 4, we showed that Zelly, the avatar, the their teacher, their virtual teacher, or Zelly is what we called her in the book. She's based off the real life person named Zelly Orr. But if we needed her to actually be called upon, like, you know what I mean, like an AI in the field,
like
is that
Jarvis.
a thing that? Right.
Jarvis.
Is she ready to go like that? Is that something we put in
So remember, we kind of had like once the ships are all working properly, that they were gonna kind of be like have the Jarvis kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it has their own connection, but we haven't established that yet.
Okay.
So I think on this one, it might be too much of a, it's like it hasn't been explained. We haven't like set that precedence.
Got it. Okay, because if it came down to, let's say them saying, "Oh man, this is encrypted," or Zelly, can you decrypt this kind of a thing? Can you see if you can break this decryption or?
I hear you, but I also think, we got our two like geniuses are in there, so I think it's cool to show them like either crack it. I was just thinking if the lady was like, here, like, if you're looking for Colonel Mars,
right?
Here's the information. The only thing I ask is that you take this little ragamuffin,
right?
And then they're like, man. Okay.
Oh wait! We just answered the question. I'm tripping. That's literally one of the first things she could do, my guy. Because what is she? I'm tripping. Maybe that's they're geniuses, but if it's in reference to information and intel, remember what they're gonna do? Like the reason they would take her, right? If she is the ragamuffin, if they actually see that she's valuable instantly based on,
Nah, shut up.
God, dog it. You see how quick that goes?
Hey y'all, sorry. This is how we tell each other. Actually, this is clean because we usually like stupid and right. But all of it is just us like processing. Because right now, in case this just all sounds like a waste of time, what I want to do is we got a short amount of time to establish an emotional beat that's going to resonate like pretty much throughout the rest of this arc. So we're trying to figure out a way to bring it in without it just feeling rushed or unearned. So yeah, so this is the this is the I don't want to spoil it, but this is basically the mode for you to get get the information you need. Yeah, sure. That's great.
God, and that just flows into it real nice.
What you guys just witnessed is the genius. The genius of us two knuckleheads. I'm not saying we're geniuses, but this is how, like, I drove overnight, from Louisiana back to Atlanta, and I was like trying to figure out how are we going to get here quickly, but make it, because originally, guys, like these were all supposed to be like 30-page books. We're shortening the pages on this particular book, and so it's like we're trying to get all this stuff in without it feeling too clunky. So yeah, that's good. That is
good, man.
And then that'd be like, she looked like she stank. They could say
Mm-hmm.
something like that,
Right, right,
and
right.
they'd be like, no, she takes a bath every Tuesday or something. I don't know. And then they're like, all right, come on here.
Right.
And then, ooh, shut up. Now I really got it.
Come on, man.
Bang!
Come on, man. That's what we're here for.
Bang!
That's what we're here for.
Look, let me write this down so I don't forget.
Right. All right. That's that. Got it. All right. So I'm gonna bring in.
So, Al, what we do, like normally, yes, you would want like a full solid script. What we do with this is we kind of, and it's a fun process for us. But we kind of work through, like we have a template, like we know what's supposed to happen on every single page, yada yada yada. But as we go through, it's like when we work together like this, we're always like sharpening and like trying to get the most out of like stories. So there's little things that we already had, that Marcus is like, what would be cool, and then if we both agree that it's cool, then we throw it in.
Right.
So that's what just happened here. Like, but really, it was like, I think Amy Chu, who was like my instructor for the Milestone Initiative, she always talked about how this is like, piecing puzzles together. Like, if you're just trying to write like some straight linear story, you probably don't need all this. But if you're like trying to like have callbacks and like there's going to be a little callback in this book to something that happened earlier. So if you're writing that way where there's twists and turns and there's aha moments, all of that, then it's kind of like piecing a puzzle together. But with comics, you're always working with space, not time. Like everything else, movies, music, like, TV, all of that, it's always based on time. We have to and I know you know this because you do this as well, but for anybody that's listening, we have to work with space. Like, this is the allotted space that we have. We got to figure out how to tell the most effective story in here.
Right.
So.
All right. So this is ready to go. Once I get Rodney's page, I'll be able to drop her in, and she will look like she belongs together with the page. And I'll actually add some cool special effects to that.
So you got 13, the inks and stuff are finished. That's what you're working on. Right?
Yeah. We did those yesterday. Got all the panels, backgrounds and weapons detail. It's gonna be the only thing I go back and touch. I can explain to Rodney that she's supposed to have like a little heads up holographic map thing right here. But I want to do it in post almost because I want to make it make some sense, but not really a lot of detail. So we got that. Yeah, man. I think that's the cool part is that we can get that fleshed out. So then that's all happening on this page. How many panels do we got fleshed out for that though?
We didn't do panel breakdown. If you want to do that now, so we end 13. Omar's tripping the alarm. So I would think immediately, like if this scientist lady barges in on him, and then like you probably can capture that in one panel. Have the lady barge in, and then Omar and Ayana get in like defensive position, and then she's like, then another panel where she's like, nah, hold on a second, you ain't, you don't, I'm not here for that. If you're looking for Colonel Mars, because she can, even if we do like a quick inset of her like visualizing, like looking at their jackets, and be like, if you're here for that dude, this has all the answers that you need. I just need you to like, take her from here, yada yada, smackety. And then maybe a little bit of rebuttal from them, and then or maybe they mull it over themselves, like this sounds crazy, I don't trust it. You know what I'm saying? So
my daddy said shoot first. questions later. We can get that. We can get her like, oh, your horses don't cause no drama. I ain't trying to fight. Like that. I like breaking panels every now and again. That feels appropriate. If we're gonna introduce a new character, it should be a moment of who this one. Maybe we get reactionaries. Reaction panel right there. We get the maybe she has her little thing over.
You ever hear like a song on accident and it's like some lines in the song that are like so dope that it has you, rethinking your whole entire life?
Yes.
Okay,
yes, I
cool.
have. What's up on YouTube? He said, hey, y'all, the Blammer. Oh, what's up, Jay? What's going on with you, man? I was talking about you earlier, brother. I was saying we got you lined up. I gotta respond to your email, bro. Thank you for emailing your rates and everything, man. Good looking out. So I was telling Greg about your book, man. And you good. A lot of art, a lot of energy in your pieces, man.
What's up with Harold? How do you do?
All right.
Good to see you here. I want to go to sleep so much.
Oh man, you think sleep is gonna solve it?
I don't know.
No,
I'm willing to see. I've taken 2 naps today, but they weren't, long. Like they weren't, I don't feel like
Did we say sleep was here yet or no?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Because I got another thing. Since we're gonna do this, I think I got another way to because we gotta doing it this way. We gotta change a little bit of the motivations. But I think I have an idea of how to still keep it. Yeah. So we still get that same what the heck is going on look from the team.
Right.
But it goes back into what we were saying with Little Crazy Boy. And he's not crazy. We're not saying crazy in a bad way, guys. We're saying crazy because he's like very skilled and kind of a thug.
And also a little bit crazy.
A little bit crazy, but not like, we're not crazy in a derogatory way. That's what I'm trying to say.
That boy crazy.
Right, exactly. That's what I was about to say. And you're like, that boy crazy. Yeah.
It's all in how you project it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Al, that's what it feels like. Like if you've ever been like in a music making process and you just get in, you start really vibing. That's exactly what this feels like.
And the reason I guess it feels a little bit more rewarding. And I think I told you I was watching these videos. It's a collection of videos where a guy interviews, not famous. Let's just go with successful writers. And one of the writers, he's an older cat. He just like, I don't do notes. I don't write. And he's like, if I wrote everything down, man, he's like, I know a lot of writers that do. He's just like, I get bored of knowing exactly what's going to happen. He's like, a lot of times he likes to just let it organically unfold, and he wakes up and starts piecing things. Not everything. He said he does an outline, but even that what we just did is an example of an outline is cool, but it still leaves room for organic. You know what? We just this actually may work a little bit better. What if we did it this way instead of that way? if it was all
Yeah.
locked down and tied down, animation does something called tie downs, but it's after you get the gist of what's happening.
Yeah. Once you lock in, but in that process, like I try to be like that on everything. Like with Quinn McGowan on Little Rock Files. Like dude, like a couple of weeks ago when I was driving to DC for BlurCon, man, we talked all the way through. The whole time I was in South Carolina, we talked, and we're just like, we already know what the plan is, what the end game is, but all we did was just talk about like, the different ways to enhance and technically, it's my idea. I created the story and everything, but he has like such a huge input that
Right,
it's like I don't look at it like it's my story. I look at it like it's ours. And
right.
but that's I mean, that's how I came up with you, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the way I prefer. Like I was on a panel this weekend, and I was like, I gotta send in, I gotta write these scripts and I don't even know who the artist is gonna be.
Right.
And I mean, I'm not mad at that, at the idea of that. It just feels a lot better when I'm like, what do you like to draw? Like
Mm-hmm.
when we did the milestone thing, I did it with Marcus Smith, and I was like, dude,
No
this is
relation.
yeah, right, right. I was like, as much as this, is my, debut into DC Comics, it's yours too. So I want to make sure that, we, I already knew what was going to happen, but I was able to write the panels in a way to where he could, you know, get the stuff he wanted off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
like, he wanted to, he likes to do action. He wants big scenes, like that. So it's like, okay, I got to figure out how to put that in because I want, you know, it just feels better. And I learned that from, playing sports and coaching sports. It's like when everybody feels like they're, that they have say so and that their ideas and thoughts are important, you
Mm-hmm.
just get like better performance from everybody.
Well, it's actually a collaborative process
Yeah,
versus
that's sort of.
a supposed collaborative process, and you actually people actually have a piece and they feel a part of it.
I'm laughing because this weekend, if you got Gavin Guidry, we're like all hanging out like the whole weekend. And Gavin Guidry is a phenomenal artist. Like he's working on the Flash right now. He's a super dope artist. And somebody had came to his table and I guess he was a writer, and he was talking and he was talking about how he thinks that the artist is just supposed to do whatever I write. Like I write, when I write this, I want the artist to do exactly.
Right.
And he's like, he's like, we were walking like to the green room, and he was like, just like snapping, like, and we're laughing because there are, writers that are like that. It's like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
this is my idea. I know better. And I always go back to like, and I tell artists this, like, I hired you because you're dope. Like, so I think you know more about art than me.
Right. Right. Right.
So I think, it's just like you. Like if I suggest something and you start playing with the angles and doing different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like even like I understand why you're doing that, but even if I don't, like I should understand that you have a better eye, like you have a better understanding of art than I do. I don't see why that's hard for people. Like, but he was
But
like,
if I would do the exact same thing when I work, and I guess it's the best case scenario is right, or the best example is right. I'm not coloring this book right now, but I give full autonomy. When Rodney was like, "Do you have any reference for this background?" I was like, "Bruh, I trust you completely. Do whatever you want to do, what you feel is right." And even like throughout the book, he's just adding detail. He did stuff that I didn't give him any direction on, and I was very happy that he did it. That background, he painted it out. That's the kind of stuff where I'm like, yeah, I know visually exactly what I want to see, but I'm not gonna
But
sit here and pretend like that dude isn't a juggernaut. And
right.
artistically, I trust him. And that's like you said, with a team, you know, whether it's any kind of sport or anything, like when you show people that you trust them, you give them that freedom to actually say, you know what, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna do the thing that they hired me to do, but also I'm gonna take some liberties here and there. I make some choices, and then you support those choices, man. It's a healthy relationship, man.
And then I go, yeah, and then I just come back to like, if it's continuity issues, you know, because like even when I use, like I say use, when I work with Damon Hampton, like Damon, he's got ideas, he's got like fresh, you know, he already kind of knows how he wants his art to look, and there's been times where he might send something, and instead of me, you know, asking him to correct it, which he would do with no problem.
What's up, Margot? Margot says she's stopping through to say hello. If you stopping
She
through, that
says
means she's leaving. But thank you.
She says she's stoping.
Go ahead.
But yeah, no, there's times with like Damon where it's like it doesn't mess up continuity, and so and it looks dope. So I'll be like, you know, that's not exactly what I asked him to do, but it's easier for me to change these words than to have him change his art, you know.
Right.
And it looks better than what I was expecting, you know. Anyway, so
right.
But yeah, you have to be fluid like that. Like if you're just, you know, on some dictatorship stuff, then you need to learn how to do the whole process yourself, so you can get on your own nerves.
I guess that's what they, you know, again, is on some of the projects where I did work on there, they didn't want me to talk to the writer. They, like the editor specifically said, yeah, we don't normally want the writers to talk to the artists. And I was like, why would that be? So I had to sneak around and get the email of the writer, and he and I talked off the record. And he was extremely excited about the opportunity to just chat about some of the things that he had in his mind, but I had to do it on the slide. But the editor was like, yeah, normally we don't want that to happen. And I was like, oh.
But okay. I can tell you why though, because I've heard a lot of the horror stories, like with writers trying to micromanage, and then like to micromanage the artist, and then there's the artists who want to just do stuff the way they want to do it, and you know, so it's like a lot of times when you're in that situation, it's not really a malicious thing, like especially if this is their first time. So like I put it like this, like so with
well, it's what you just said. You say you're writing a script and you don't even know who the artist is going to be.
Right, but I mean, that's I'm not paying for the artist, so that's not my, you know, this is more assembly line type stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And that if that's what they're going for, assembly line, then yeah, you're gonna get draw what we tell you.
Assembly line, yeah. But I mean, I'm out of it in that case. But I will say, like once, like, so like if like say me and you pitch something to DC and they took it, they're not gonna stand in our way because they already know we know what we're doing. I also think we might need to just see about pitching that thing we had talked about a long time ago.
Yeah,
they
even if it's a single shot, if it's a single issue, just say we just want to do a single issue to test the waters. See if people respond to it. If they do, let us do a mini-series. If the mini-series is off the chain. Because if nothing else, they did not, I doubt they knew what they had with this whole Absolute universe, man. And Absolute Batman is still the outlier of all of the new Absolute characters. Absolute Batman is killing it, dog. Killing it. He's out. The Absolute Batman series is basically selling half the amount of all of the Absolute characters by himself. Like they show the numbers, and it's Absolute Batman is out front. But it's like they didn't probably know that was gonna do that, man. It was like, let's just try it.
Hold on 1 second, little Woody. Like if the door's gonna get, who's kicking the door in like that?
Oh no, I was thinking that she's going through some escape hatches and things
Uh,
like that, like some hidden
I,
tunnels.
I like the scene,
Yeah,
and I also think a little bit might be able to be the one that
is doing it.
that knocked that through. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
Uh,
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that
yeah,
at
yeah.
all.
I just wanted to get that. I didn't
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
leave that stone unturned.
yeah.
Al
Right.
said, sorry, Al, I meant to put this up a second ago. Have I ever heard the words to the song I gotta use my imagination? I've heard the song. I need to go look at the words because I know I've heard it. Gladys Knight is my mom's favorite artist, so I've heard everything she ever did, most likely. Even Love Overboard several times. I'm like, I don't really. This doesn't sound like the Gladys I grew up on when I was like 10. Like, this is different, man. This sounds like 80s music.
All right.
But
So what I got up here is after the alarm should be blaring in the background, intruder alert or something like that, or emergency. We got Omar locking in, and like it's an extreme. He's like typing quickly. I'm sure I can probably get some onion skinning or something like that. Like he's going ham on typing. Clickety clack clack clickety. The door, of course, gets right, and if old girl, I could probably get her hand here, just as a nice little
or a
thing.
foot.
But we don't something. Yeah. Either way, whatever it is, she's Kadoom opens the door, and the lady's like, lower thy weapons, fools. Not that, but something in that way. We don't want any trouble. We don't want any trouble. Maybe I can get an inset. I can probably fit an inset. Something like that, Genesis enable to like say word. And then this is where we could probably get her noticing their uniforms.
But I mean, honestly, like she's gonna see the uniforms. She probably already seen them on camera, so we don't have to carve out space for that. Because I want to like this little sequence to be wrapped up by page 15.
Got it. Yeah.
Because after that, HE double hockey sticks breaks loose.
Gonna get bust through the. Yeah, it's gonna be a bustle.
And we got, we got to make sure we have time for all of it.
Right. Maybe I'll do a side. Oh no, she's facing this way. I was gonna say maybe I can get a side shot. Good profile shot. Something to get the emotion. I want to show the emotion in the shot.
Yeah, maybe I have like some watery eyes.
Mm-hmm. You don't understand. It's crazy out here in these streets.
I mean, sort of. I like your passion.
Thanks, man. I haven't got a text from my daughter, so apparently she gets off at 10. I mean, she's passionate about helping, but I've never seen her like extra late. You see old girl right here. In the corner, like she's tripping. She right there next to her. And some smoke. We got some smoke in the background. And then we wrap up with what they're oh man, is that because the next page is gonna be Kadoom, right? It's gonna be a
no. So I want to get this wrapped up by the next page, and then they start on their way.
Extraction.
Yeah, like they start, trying to get out, and then we're gonna play like a little bit of ping pong with Slip and I mean Abel and Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
I mean Abel and Ayana. And what I was thinking is, because we already had Lil Man blowing some stuff up, so that could be where
right.
Such and such gets wounded, and I don't know why I'm worried about spoilers when we're doing all of this in front of people anyway.
That's what I mean. We got to speak, cryptically.
Right. But yeah, so
y'all
but
gonna see it.
They're not gonna see the words and everything. But yeah, so we got this page and the next page where she can really go in and explain why she wants them, to take. So who is this right here you drawing?
Thinking of the girl. Should we show her doing the thing to the computer here at the last?
No,
panel?
she doesn't. She doesn't have to. She's the plug.
That's what I'm talking about. We don't want to show this, right?
Yeah, we don't have to show her doing anything to the computer.
Okay.
This is more. This lady is trying to convince them to take her. So
right.
So right here, it could be. Let me see.
She's not gonna leave with him. The lady's gonna have to pass her along.
No, yeah, she's gonna stay. So look at this here on script.
Oh.
Because what we can, like, if we wrap this up with this page of 15, then from there we can focus on like this end sequence, which should be them running, slip, out there trying to handle business, and then kablow. There's a kablow, and then Abel and Ayana come in with the, being funky Homo sapiens. And then we got another kablow, and then they, slide.
So should Genesis be,
introducing
herself, like, you know what, girl, come on here.
Just being more inquisitive, right? Because they're not suckers. They're not just gonna be like, yeah, whatever you say. Like, how can I be sure that, how can we be sure that this isn't some kind of setup? Yeah, you're smacking it. I don't set people up. Look at me. I sleep on a pissy mattress. She say some stuff like that. And then, I've always trusted somebody who's, I don't know. We'll get there.
All right.
And then this next page would be a good chance to give like some of the background, to these whys. So kind of, because we're still getting more information on these like these metahumans or whatever we want to call them. What are they? These, whatever they are, like the triplets and all of that. So
right.
She can actually, shut up, I got it.
Oh man.
I do.
Right.
It's like, I know I need food. I don't care about no stinking food. You know what I'm saying?
You don't really need it, man. You need water.
Right.
Food is an accessory.
Right. Man, I haven't had an alligator that good so long. It was very good. Shrimp etouffee. I also ate like a maniac, so I decided that I'm gonna not eat food anymore.
Okay, well, good choice, except you want to eventually eat it. I didn't say you should never eat it. I just said you don't need it right away, man. It's like, it's optional.
No, you just said I didn't need it.
I think it's not, you don't need it. You can have it. It's just not, you don't need it. You know what I'm saying? They lied to you.
Okay, Teresa did ask me to bring her some gumbo. Gonna be honest, I ate your gumbo. I ate it and it was delicious, and I didn't have a choice because it was delicious. So
Could have
I
lived
ate
on
it.
your mom, man. Your mom could have been like, "Don't waste my gumbo."
Well, my mom doesn't make gumbo. My parents are from the Midwest, so no.
You could have still
But
cleaned it.
I got the gumbo on at the restaurant in Lafayette.
Cool.
I'll say you had a real alligator, not a whole alligator, just like bites of it. They're called alligator bites. They were so good, and they had like this. I don't even know, Marcus. You would have loved the sauce because you love sauce. Sauce is like one of your favorite things in the world. Yeah.
It is one of the things.
We used to call Marcus sauce because everything we went through, every place we went, he needed some kind of sauce. He can't eat his food dry.
I would at least ask. You don't get what you don't ask for. It's
Margo,
coming.
what is
It's
this? What is this pause gumbo? Eyeball. What is that? What are you trying to say? Is there something wrong with
She ain't for the gumbo? She could be.
I don't know. I mean, the way she got her name spelled on IG looks like she's appropriating Cajun culture. So I need to understand what you're talking about, ma'am.
Right. Some people don't
Also,
like
y'all,
Cajun.
we love Margot. If y'all hear us like picking at anybody, it's people that we like truthfully actually love in real life. So we're not mean to, our fans and friends. We just pick at people that we really, really care about. I gotta say that too, because somebody might take a screenshot and be like, "Hey, over here bullying people."
Correct.
She said, "Send me some." No.
That's pretty quick confirmation. Pretty quick confirmation of it.
We should go to a Grambling game, Margot, and then we can get some gumbo there together as a team. And I know how much you love Grambling State University, so boom, sounds like a plan.
All right, y'all. I think we got this is good fuel for me. I gotta finish at least 4 more pieces of art before I go to bed, and then I can start paneling this. Let me panel this real quick. Check to make sure my daughter ain't text me. She did not. I'm gonna send this over to what they call new panel, and that way I can. Let me flatten this real quick. Unflatten it.
I know you love Graham fam because I am one of them. Duh. Good night, Derek. Thank you for joining us again.
Good night.
Y'all that are coming on every night, I ain't gonna lie, it actually helps to motivate us to keep going. We have, made proclamations that we were gonna, get this book done before. We've talked about it, and then something happens. But y'all coming on here and just hanging out with us is really making it easier to do. We're not just doing this in the void, like. So we appreciate all of you, even Margot.
It's true. It's true. Right,
hey man, can you
real quick, and then I'm gonna,
can you just not go to bed and finish this tonight?
No, you don't understand. See, that request has to be tonight. You don't understand, man. I was up at 6:30 this morning, drawing my fingers off. Oh,
hey, listen, I'm just asking.
All day.
I'm just asking you to forego your health and your mental clarity,
Look, I gotta get most of this done because Black Desert is coming out. What was it? Crimson Desert. I'm sorry. Crimson Desert is coming out on the 19th. Anybody, if you know, you know. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna play hooky a little bit, probably before I go live. And
no, man.
I feel like that's a pretty good compromise.
We gotta stay focused, Silky. You can't go down. Oh, Margo said she's looking at jobs in Atlanta. Good, I can come live at your house. Get like a nice big place with like a basement apartment, and let me live there for free. Thank you.
Oh man, selfish.
What man?
What about my ability to not pay rent?
Okay,
Margo, please get a dual room.
3-level a 3-level complex
Right.
type of food.
It's a
I just
lot.
want to be on the bottom floor as long as nobody's jumping around and acting all hooting and hollering or whatever.
Right. I would like to also not pay rent.
Yes.
Just feel like that
And
would
you
be the
can,
best kind of organized.
I don't even use a lot
Situation.
of electricity and stuff like that sometimes. So
There you go.
you can, it'll be like we're your kids almost. We'll take
Mm-hmm.
care of our own food and all the other stuff. We
Look,
just need you. You just need
sometimes.
you to pay the rent
Like
and
I'll take care of it
utilities.
sometimes. I would like to also not feed myself all the time.
You look utilities, um, uh, internet,
Right.
cable. Like you take care of all of that stuff.
All that
And
that lame stuff. We don't want to do that. But
I actually thought about that, man. Do I have enough people where I could just not live anywhere, like not have my own residence and just go like maybe go to New York and live there for a month with somebody, and then go to
mm-hmm.
the next place. I want to
Yeah,
get that kind of
it's
action in
called
my life.
a hostel. No, what is it called?
No, no, no. I'm talking about like live like somebody be like how you got a house, right? You could
Right.
be like, Greg, man, you can stay in my little such and such area for a month, and I have to pay rent, and then I go do that, and then I go to
Right.
the next place, and then I just focus on being a writer and a curator. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, man, you mean like being a hobo? That's cool.
I was trying to find like a more dignified way to
Nah,
say
there's
it, but
nothing wrong with being a
yes,
hobo. Just call it what
pretty
it
much
is, man.
a hobo. I'll even
Professional
get one of
hobo.
those. Like I'll even get one of those sticks with the
Right.
little.
Right. That's a good deal right there, man. A lot of people don't understand what being a hobo is, and that's fine. All right, y'all. That is a done deal. We started at 8:30. It is now 10 o'clock. That is an hour and a half, I believe, that we have done a service. You guys are awesome for joining in. Please like, subscribe, or follow, and hit the bell icon on YouTube because I guess I'm trying to grow that too because we're going to keep doing this. If you guys like it, we're going to keep doing the book this way. And, you can close your eyes and listen to us if you don't want spoilers. But in any case, that's on YouTube. We got Facebook page for Tuskegee Heirs if you guys want to keep up and abreast to us publishing and telling you the details where to actually click the links. We're gonna put it in all of these channels that we're going live, of course, but just make sure you follow one of these sources so you guys can stay in on everything that's happening as the book finishes out. You want to be the first to click links. If you haven't already, go ahead and pre-order issue 5 because we're gonna take the pre-order down as we finish up the book, and you will not be able to pre-order anymore.
Yeah, we'll take it. We're probably looking to take it down. I'm gonna start posting that. We'll probably be looking to take down the pre-order by like around the end of this month because we're gonna have to put in the order, and in order for us to get everything back by the 10th, we need to be putting our order in around the end of this month.
Right.
So don't waste your time if you have to forego lunch money.
Right.
Nah, let me quit. But yeah, and tell your friends, man. Tell your friends.
And people that got, an inkling to supporting independent creators and all that good stuff. You guys, thank you for the support as always. Everybody that supported this past weekend, going to each of those shows.
Yeah. I had a couple people
here in Atlanta.
I had a couple people pull up. Sherman from Black Geeks at Dragon Con. He came to our panel and hung out with us for a quick second. That was great because I seen him in New Orleans, but most of the time we see him here. So it's like I came to his homeland. But yeah, thank you guys. We're going to be quiet now.
I'm gonna go get my daughter, man, and also keep drawing all night.
Yeah, I got it.
And then you got to keep drawing.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but I do know about the writing part.
Right. All right, y'all.
All right,
Deuces. I'll see y'all
peace.
tomorrow. We gonna be here at the same time or earlier.
Yeah.
Either one. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
All right, bye.
Thank y'all.